What are some of the most common fears personal representatives have about probate? That's our topic today. We'll get started right after this. Hi, I'm Kim Ward. I am the real estate broker here at Horizon Real Estate's Probate and Trust Help. My team and I have been helping personal representatives, administrators, executors, and trustees for over 20 years. If you've just lost a loved one and you've been appointed as the personal representative for their estate, you may be feeling a little overwhelmed. And that's why I'm going to share the most common fears and give you some hope with those fears, along with some real life stories of people that we've helped to feel more comfortable with this entire process. The goal with this video is to help you have peace of mind. Fear number one, it's easy. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do. Most personal representatives have never had to do this before. It's common to have that feeling like you've been thrown into this complex process without a guide. Laura is the appointed trustee of her uncle's trust. Her uncle recently passed away, and she was handed a giant binder with little guidance of what to do. And she just happened to watch some of our videos, so she reached out to us for help. The first thing she said to us is, I have no idea what I'm doing and what I'm supposed to do first. Since Laura lives in Texas, we scheduled a Zoom with her so that we could start talking about her exact circumstances. At the end of our conversation, we had a bit of a path for her to be able to walk down, and she felt so much more comfortable with her first steps and where this was going to lead her and how we could help her get a lot of this done. She said to us, just having your team on my side has taken a huge weight off my shoulders. Fear number two, I'm afraid that the estate doesn't have any money. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think we're going to need money to pay the mortgage and other expenses, and I don't know what to do. This fear often surfaces once the property is looked at and there's deferred maintenance, once the personal representative figures out that there is a mortgage on the property, they wonder about taxes, and all the expenses, utilities, everything is a concern for them. Personal representatives sometimes worry that they're going to have to come out of their own pocket to be able to maintain this property that they are responsible for, and they're responsible for the beneficiaries of the estate. Sam was one of our clients, and he was wanting to maximize, of course, his mother's estate for all of the beneficiaries. He was just about to sign with an estate sale company that was offering a very low flat fee in order to do the estate sale for the estate. That means that the estate sale company was pretty much going to keep most of the profits, and this estate really needed the funds to be able to do some things to prepare the home and to maintain the home. Luckily, Sam called us first and he asked us to review the contract with him so that he would understand what it meant. Now, we're not attorneys, but we can read and understand certain things, and I explained what I believed the contract was written, how it was written, and then, of course, we introduced him to our trusted estate sales company. After Sam spoke with our estate sales company, he felt much more comfortable with them. He went over the contract, it read much better, and he hired them to help him with the rest of the personal property in the home. This helped Sam to honor his fiduciary duty to the estate and the beneficiaries, and he avoided a very costly mistake. Fear number three, the house is in very poor shape and I'm embarrassed. Some of our clients are worried that the condition of the property is going to scare off buyers and also lower the value of the property significantly. Some people even delay the whole process because they don't even know where to begin. George, he inherited his sister's home and he hadn't been to the home in many years. Every surface just about was very sticky and there were piles of paper everywhere. It was very overwhelming for George because he didn't know that his sister really had needed help for years managing her life and her affairs. He was really concerned because he knew he couldn't sell the house as it was, and he also knew he couldn't take care of it alone. After talking with us and introducing him to our clean out company and also our cleaners, he was so relieved that the personal property, after he had taken things of value to him, the personal property was removed from the home and the home was cleaned so that it wasn't nearly as embarrassing for him, and he avoided a lot of shame around his sister's home. And another thing that was really important, and we always talk with our clients about it, is property insurance, the homeowner's insurance. His sister had not paid her homeowner's insurance for a few years. We introduced him to a vacant home insurance company, and that helped him to feel more comfortable once he was able to bind that insurance on the property. After all of that, and the house was clean, but it was being sold as is, it did need some repairs. We put it on the market and had multiple offers within 48 hours. And he was really thrilled because the property sold for higher than he ever thought it would. Fear number 4, I'll do something wrong and get into legal trouble. It's a big fear. This is a common fear for executors, administrators, and trustees who are trying to do everything right and are so concerned they'll do something wrong. There's the pressure to disclose things to the family members, the beneficiaries. There's concern about the disclosing issues that he's aware of in the house to the potential buyers. And most people, just like me, want to stay out of hot water. Sally, she lived out of state. This is the story of Sally and the leaky roof. And her father passed away and she became responsible for his home. Sally, of course, was grieving the loss of her dad, and she didn't know that the house had an active water intrusion and had been leaking for quite some time. It caused the interior of his home to have kind of a musky smell. We helped her to put a repair plan together, to hire the right people to take care of things properly, and to also complete the California Association of Realtors disclosure documents because she knew of this particular leak, and also provide with that disclosure document all the receipts from the repairs that were done by the licensed vendors. We marketed the home to buyers that would be comfortable with this type of situation. And we're not talking VA, FHA, or conventional buyers. We marketed to our huge email list of investors. Sally told us that she felt really protected and safe through this transaction with us because we walked her through each step and made sure she was protected. And fear number 5, a little bit like the earlier fear, I don't want to make a wrong decision. Some people think, should I sell as is? That's a big question to us all the time, but every home is sold technically as is. That's what's in the purchase agreement. It says as is the condition of the property when you first saw it, but the reality is most houses are not sold completely as is, or most homes, and once the buyer does inspections, they go back and they request repairs, or they request a financial credit from the seller's proceeds at the close of escrow in lieu of repairs, which is what I prefer for our clients. So some people say, should I sell as is? Should I make repairs? They don't know quite what to do. They feel a little paralyzed and they're worried they're going to make the wrong decision. And that's when they need professionals to help provide the facts, which we do. We would go through the house and tell them, if you sold as is, this would be the price approximately. If you did these cost-effective repairs, this might be the price that you would sell. Then it's up to them. And I believe that when people have the facts, they make good decisions. And you don't have to figure that out alone. That's where you have professionals that can help you figure out what are the best steps for you and the estate. Because every situation is different, but with the right team, there's solutions for each problem that you're concerned about. We have helped hundreds, over 500 families in San Diego County to figure out what are the facts and help them to make those good decisions. And our goal is to always keep things as simple as possible for our clients, protect the estate, and honor a loved one's legacy. Probate is hard enough. You shouldn't have to figure everything on your own. If any of these fears sound familiar to you, you know that you're not alone. We're here to help. Thanks for watching. Hope you found this of value. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're interested in our weekly videos. Hit that bell button. And if you have comments, just put them in the comments section. We do our best to answer all of them. See you next week.